Uh, what were you doing a year ago? Were you even thinking about the Rugby World Cup? Can you tell us what you were up to?
What date are we at now? I think I might have just been finishing up ITM. Sorry, away on the Maldives trip to Japan. So I didn't have this moment in my mind. So it's insane that it's awesome to be here and we're really excited.
Ian, did you take a look at the Wallaby semi, and if so, what did you make of it?
Oh, a great game. I thought, both teams looked out on their feet, didn't they? There was a lot of ball movement. Argentina sort of carried on their attacking mentality and probably caught them a little bit on hop early, but once they settled into it, they did really well. And the Aussies just, continued their progress through this tournament. They'll be very satisfied with job done in the semis, and looking forward to the next one. I guess they will be.
Do you take anything from Sydney or Auckland into this game, or is it just total clean sheet?
Well, look, I think it's a total clean sheet. The lessons that we've learned in Sydney and Eden Park, I guess we've already applied into our game and put them into practice. They're the same, and it's a great rivalry. And clearly we play each other's a few times, but it's pretty special to play in a World Cup final against them, and it's a game that means a lot to both teams any time we play each other. So to do it on this stage, I think, is fantastic.
Did it reaffirm to you, Ian, that Tokov is just such a threat?
Oh, it reaffirms they've got some good players. That's why they're in the final. And, they've got some areas of strength that they'll try to attack us. We've got some areas of strength we want to attack them. So, quite frankly, we go through the same process we go through every time we play an opponent. Is now you analyse all their players and where the opportunities are and where the threats are and make sure we prepare accordingly, and that's what we're trying to do.
There's a lot of there's a lot of your guys probably in the last week of their international career. Do you have to actually address that for them at all? Or do you ignore it, or how do you deal with that situation?
Look, I don't think we need to spend much time on it at all. It's a Rugby World Cup final. It's we've talked about this particular game for a long time. We've wanted to be here. We've had to work hard to be here, and now for all the team, whether they are thinking of moving on or not, it's all about the here and the now. This is the moment, and there'll be plenty of time afterwards to talk about people, but we don't want to waste this opportunity. So we're putting everything we can into doing the only thing we can do, which is to prepare well day by day.
England have spent millions of dollars on the facilities at Milner Park, and particularly getting them actually a replica of Twickenham. Is that going to be an advantage to you, or were you quite happy at the Lensbury? Would that have been a preferable option?
Look, you're asking the wrong person, really. I mean, I've been to the Lensbury, enjoyed it. Haven't been to Penny Hill, so you may have to ask us tomorrow. So I've heard it's pretty posh, but it's quite frankly, it's an external issue it doesn't really make any difference. Hopefully I'm getting my point across, is that we've got a World Cup final on Saturday, and nothing else really matters than just us preparing well. And so where we stay, or the bed, or the training field's not really that important.
Aaron, can you tell us what the last 4 years have been like, coming in after that 2011 tournament into the group in 2012? Can you sort of sum it up?
Pretty awesome, to be honest. I remember watching the last World Cup and how amazing it was, and I think similar to Nehe, I was just trying to go into Super Rugby and just put my best foot forward, and was able to get chosen for this amazing team. And time flies when you're having fun, and I've had some amazing time in this team, and I think it becomes really easy when you just, as Fozzie said, about making it week to week. And I had a little moment after the game the other day, I guess, thinking about how it's here, and this is all the talk about the last few years has been about always heading towards this. And as a player, you always got to put it to the back of your mind, but it's finally at the point now where you can actually talk about it, because we've earned the right to play in the game that everyone wants to be a part of this year, and we're there, and that really excites me. And I wouldn't say that that's how I wanted it to work out, but it's worked out that way, and I'm very happy it has.
How much fun is it playing with Carter?
Oh, he's cool. It's cool. Everyone in this team's amazing, from the management all the way through to the players, and yeah. Pick me again, please. But yeah, no, it's just this is exactly, when you think about what a team and you want the All Blacks to be like, and when you think about it as a little kid, it's that and more, and everyone's the best at what they do from all the way through. So it's a dream come true every week. As a Kiwi, it's the best job you can have, I reckon.
Could you tell us how much the support meant to you on Saturday? The assumption was that there'd be a hell of a lot of South Africans in the ground and they'd be probably more vocal. Those of us who go to New Zealand from Europe sometimes find that the New Zealand crowds aren't the most vocal, but it seemed on Saturday that there was big New Zealand support.
Nehe.
It was addressed to Aaron, but he was...
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Did you hear the question?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
And I'll repeat that in the special if you want. But
No, we've got it loud and clear.
You got it.
Yep. No. It was. I think we've had a lot of support. It's been amazing. It was good to see so much. I know a crowd all wears different stuff, but when you see it nice and blacked out and singing the anthem, you see Kiwi flags everywhere. It's pretty special, and hearing it, and you can hear there's a whole lot of people there. It's amazing. But after the game, we try to get around and make sure we clap to all of our fans that have made the effort, and it's huge. And it's a nice feeling. It's crazy about how far people have come to come watch, and it's pretty cool how I think we've seen a lot of people jump ship to us, which is cool too.
Aaron, everyone knows the history of Lancaster and World Cups, but you had to have a very good game in the Bledisloe Cup against Australia, I think, to prove a few things. Well, how do you evaluate Dan's contribution over the last couple of games in particular?
Yeah, well, good. He's we're all sort of, it's quite a hard one. I sort of try to always focus on kind of your own performances and making sure you get your job right, but I guess I can only comment on trying to facilitate him the best I can, and he's executing really well. He's kicking well, so yeah, that's all I could really say about Dan. He's I don't know,
Doing his job.
He's doing his job really well.
Nehe, just two tests were against the Wallabies. Are they an opponent you enjoy playing against?
Yeah, I don't mind who I'm playing against. The chance to be in the black jersey is pretty awesome. So I had a bit of fun in the first two tests, and today we're against Aussie over there at ANZ was a huge occasion, so it'd be awesome to go against them if the opportunity comes again this weekend.
Yeah, and you've just been nominated as one of the 3 best newcomers by World Rugby. How do you...
I only just found out just before I sat down, so blown away, mate. Just enjoying every minute at the moment, and it's a privilege to be nominated for that award.
When we see the two teams in final, would you say it's the victory of expensive rugby, and what made it possible in nowadays rugby?
So the second part of that question was?
Would you say it's the victory of expensive rugby when you see the two teams in final, and what made it possible in nowadays?
I don't think we could say that. I don't think it's to say it's a victory for expensive rugby. I think if you look at Argentina, they've played really expensively. Most teams have played with the ball quite a bit during this tournament. I think the quality of games have been outstanding, quite honestly. But so whether it's a style of game, whether it's the mentality, I'm not too sure. But clearly we've got a way to play that suits our players. Australia's, even though we think they play differently to us, they've got a style that suits their players, and that's what we're trying to master. And I'm sure every other team's trying to master a game that fits their athletes. So it's not our position to sort of say our style's the right one and everyone else should try to copy it. It just suits our team, and that's what we focus on.
Just on that expansive note, how do you feel that Australia would shape up in comparison to South Africa potentially as your next opponent?
We've played the Aussies a lot, but as the coach has just said, it's just about, we look at their strengths and their weaknesses, and for us trying to stop them, it's just about making sure that we have the plans. You can never prepare. You don't know what they're going to do, so you prepare accordingly, and in the end it's about what we do and making sure that we just have most scenarios covered. So wherever the scrum is, what could they do, and how do we stop it? And the best thing about it is just trying to do what you can do in that moment and do it the best you can, and that's how simple it's got to be, and that's how simple I'm going to be thinking about it if I get a chance.
Yeah, just back to Penny Hill, is it surreal being at someone else's base, or does that just not?
Oh, I don't know. I've never been there. Like,
Will you look around and go, well, that here's quite flash, we can do some of that, or is it just not coming to that?
yeah, look, I mean, again, ask me after I've seen it. I mean, obviously you guys are making out that it is quite posh, so I'm getting quite excited now. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's a hotel with a training field and a gym. And will we want to copy stuff and take it back home? Well, there's a lot of facilities over here we'd like to take back home. You know, this country's got some amazing facilities, and they should be very proud of them. And no, that's personal. Yeah.
Sorry, we've got a couple more questions.
Does that also prove that did the All Blacks prove that you don't need millions and millions of dollars and facilities after facilities to become a winning team?
Oh, look, it doesn't prove anything. It's just a different. We're in a different environment. We haven't got the ability to do that, and so we have to find our own way to do things. And I'm sure they do the same here.
Yeah, last question. Thank you.
A couple of former England players have suggested that you'd be ideal for the RFU setup. Is that flattering? I mean, would you be open to move after the World Cup?
I'm very happy where I am right now. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Stick around. We've got 3 more players.